Hi, welcome to Take 5, ready to start the weekend. Let's find a comfortable sitting position. And we're going to begin with brief meditation and just centering into the practice. And we do have a little bit of a background noise, and there's like a neighbor working on the roof. So hopefully that will stop at some point. But if not, remember that the sounds that we hear around us help us bring ourselves into the present moment. So use the sounds as a focal point to bring you to the present moment versus a distraction. All right, so find a comfortable sitting position, grab water if you haven't, and begin relaxing. Start with shoulders, maybe move them towards the ears and then back and down and relax. Slightly tuck the chin towards the chest. Relax the scalp, the forehead, eyebrows, jaws. Relax the eyes. Again, the shoulders, back, down, and relax. Relax the arms and the hands and the fingers, the chest, the abdominals. Relax the thighs and knees. The ankles and calves and feet, on top of the feet, on the bottom of the feet, the heels and the toes. Place your left hand on heart center and place the right hand on the top of the left hand. Inhale into the belly. Notice how low really the breath can get if you focus on bringing it all the way to the bottoms of the lungs. Full belly breath throughout the practice is recommended. So if you find yourself just breathing shallow, maybe you are too deep in a pose or you're holding too long, so act accordingly. Maybe back up from the pose, or maybe don't hold it as long and just get into a resting pose, either child's pose or downward facing dog. Later on in the practice, downward facing dog becomes more of a resting pose. In the beginning, it's a little more intense. Or just lay on your back if you feel like you need to catch your breath and just don't feel like working very hard today. So inhaling, expanding the belly forward, and then imagine moving the energy into your heart right underneath your hands. Focus all your attention on the heart center. Ask yourself what would be a good intention for the practice, something that you work on daily or repeat it 3 times in your head in present time. And keep that intention in your heart. Bring yourself back to the breath, then the intention, and then focusing the energy of that intention into your heart center throughout the class. So kind of like zoom in from outwards to inwards to the breath, then to the intention. Your whole being has the intention, I'm hoping. And then to the heart center, focusing that energy there. And if you do catch yourself drifting away with thoughts throughout the class, with like schedules or memories or lists to do's, don't judge yourself. Instead, think about the breath, think about the intention, and then think about focusing that intention's energy into the heart center. With the breath, inhaling white light, exhaling pink pulsating circle coming out of the heart center, and beginning to grow on each exhalation. You're expanding your conscious and your circle of energy from the heart center outwards, expanding. Now expanding more than your physical body and the property that you're on, condo or yard or house. Expanding some more to the neighborhood. Big pink circle radiating from your heart center. Spinning. And as it grows bigger and you're expanding it, also it's spinning faster and faster. Expanding more than the neighborhood, now the entire city you live in. The entire country. Are expanding into the Milky Way and the cosmos and the universe, becoming one again with everything. Well, here's the thought. What if you were not really becoming one because you always have been, but you're just remembering that you are one with everything. Everything is connected. Come back to the breath into the belly. On inhale, we're going to move the belly forward and sideways, filling up with air like a pitcher with water, from the bottom filling up, and then exhaling, filling out, flowing out from the top to the bottom, and then belly towards the spine on exhalation. And incorporate arms above the head with that. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, float them down. Actively moving the belly. Use your abdominals. They're engaged. Keep flowing with the breath at your own pace. Let's begin incorporating a little bit more stuff here. On the next inhale, raise the chin towards the sky with the hands. Exhale, turn the chin towards the chest. Keep flowing at your own pace. Good idea here to remind yourself about your intention and focus it radiating from your heart center. On the next inhale, interlace hands above the head with the palms up towards the sky and elongate really good. Maybe tuck in the tailbone here, especially if you're in hero's pose like I am. We have a tendency to stick the butt out. Instead, tuck the chin, not the chin, tuck the tailbone. Strong core, so that way you protect the spine. Lean towards the left. Right sitting bone is anchored. See if you can move the arms slightly back behind the ears. It's a direction, not a destination, so see what's available, possible, as long as the breath is free, flowing. And then towards the right. Anchoring the left sitting bone. And getting really good entire left side. And back towards the middle, and then rotate towards the left. Keep the length of the spine, so think about this rotation as not 100% to the left, but maybe like 80, so you can keep the length of the spine, because like if you go all the way that you can, then you will actually shorten the spine. And the goal here is to expand and elongate. And then towards the other side. Breathe. And then back towards the middle. So now we're gonna also incorporate the arms like in the beginning, but rotating. So exhale, floating them down towards the left. Look towards the left, even behind the left shoulder if you can. Inhale back up. And then exhale towards the right. Look behind the right shoulder if you can. It's like a direction. It doesn't have to be all the way and force yourself where the breath is restricted. Instead, think about direction, not destination. Inhale back up and then rotate towards the left. Inhale back up and rotate towards the right. Inhale back up and let's make a transition into tabletop. Hands and knees underneath us. Each time we're on the hands, remember to spread fingertips and dig them into the mat to protect the wrists. If your wrists have any issues, then stay on your fists. If you are on the fists, on the first two knuckles with the middle finger and pointer finger knuckles. Otherwise, hold the hands, spread fingertips, inhale, head and tailbone towards the sky, and exhale round the back and push the mat away with the ankles and also with the hands, and spread the shoulder blades from each other. Next, inhale, begin incorporating, tighten the core, and then begin incorporating left leg behind and up, with the head up at the same time, and then exhale, round the back, knee towards the chin. And again, the same leg, left. So think left heel up towards the sky, face up towards the sky, look at the clouds. Exhale, knee towards the chin. Incorporating breath with movement. Maybe do it faster with me, as long as you're incorporating your breath with your movement. Back to regular tabletop, and we're going to extend the right leg behind us and up, and then face towards the sky. Knee towards the chin, round the back. Keep digging the fingertips into the mat. Sometimes we get unconscious about that and we move the weight into the wrist instead of the fingers. Keep flowing at your own pace. Full inhale, full exhale. When you have enough of that, tuck the toes And lift up, downward facing dog, pedaling one heel at a time. So the legs are not stretched yet. So take your time, one heel at a time. Inhale and exhale, left heel down. Inhale and exhale, right heel down. Also, push the mat away as much as you can with the hands and press the chest towards the thighs. And also, if you can, stare at your navel. Begin walking the feet towards the hands and find yourself in forward fold, just hanging there like a ragdoll with the hands moving them left and right. Find a way to reach the ground with the hands and elevate the left leg into standing split. Move the right hand towards your right and maybe forward for a little more support. And then begin elevating the left up into half moon. A little bit more challenge to the balance would be looking towards the left, so completely sideways. Breathe. Don't restrict the breath, especially in those poses that require a little more core. Breath gets restricted. If you have to force it in, force it in. If it's too forced, then back up. This one backing up would be like, okay, left hand on the mat. And find yourself in forward fold. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the ground with the two hands and elevate the right leg this time for standing split. Ooh, this side is so much tighter. Do notice differences, but don't judge. Just notice, observe. Walk the left hand towards the left and maybe forward for more leverage, and then begin elevating the right hand. And maybe even look towards the right. Focus. Sending the breath all the way to the belly, bringing yourself to the present moment, to your intention, integrating it into your heart center. Find yourself in forward fold when ready. Tighten the core, strong straight spine, elevating all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to flat back, looking forward. Exhale all the way down. Forward fold. Walk forward into downward facing dog. Look forward and inhale yourself into plank. Remember, the fingertips are always spread when your weight is on the hands. Can't stress enough how important this is. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank again. So 3 breaths going down to hovering. So 1, a little lower, elbows in. 2, a little more lower. 3, lower, hover. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, place the left foot forward towards the hands. Place the right heel down. And then elevate right arm up towards the sky. Now, tighten the core and on inhale, lift all the way up into warrior 2. Notice if your hands are on the same level. Sometimes one is higher, one is lower. You want them on the same level, and you also want to make sure you're not leaning forward This one I see it so often where like we don't notice leaning forward. Instead, they maybe lean back slightly. Inhale, left arm up towards the sky. The right one just floats, it doesn't matter. But think about the left one as you reach in. Well, like you're hanging from a tree like a monkey. Left elbow towards the left thigh and right arm overhead. So fingertips of the right arm are far away from the right heel. Maybe rotate the shoulder back and look underneath the right arm. And carry yourself up into warrior two. And then left arm goes down. Just like we started, right arm goes to meet the left. Left leg behind us in the air into downward facing dog with three legs. And flare it towards the right. Exhale, left knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, back up with the leg and exhale, knee towards the left elbow. And inhale, back up, three-legged downward facing dog and knee straight forward to in between the arms. And back to regular downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, ride the breath, elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, whatever you want. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, place the right foot forward towards the hands and left heel is planting down for support, elevating the left arm. Where's the breath? Tighten the core as you are lifting for warrior two on this side. Notice if the hands are on the same plane. Also, am I leaning forward? And am I straight? Maybe lean back a little bit. Right arm up. Hanging from the tree. Right elbow towards the right thigh, left arm overhead. And maybe slightly left shoulder back, look underneath the left arm. Inhale, warrior two. Right arm goes down, left one stays up, like we started. And then left one goes to meet the other one on the ground. Elevating the right foot behind us in three-legged downward facing dog. Flare it towards the left. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, back to dog with three legs. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, back to dog. Exhale, knee to chin in between the hands. Exhale, dog. And regular dog. Inhale into plank and move to side plank on the left side, elevating right arm up towards the sky. Feel free to elevate the right leg as well, or not. Feel free to make some circles with the wrist of the right hand. And then back to regular downward facing dog. Inhale into plank, ride the breath down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to dog. Inhale into plank, now on the right side, elevating the left hand. And do some circles on the wrist here as well. And feel free to lift the left leg if you want to have it more intense here. Breathe. Is it full? The breath. Back to regular downward facing dog. Look forward and move left foot towards the hands. Don't plant the back heel. Keep it up for the lunge. So right now in this one, or all of anything that you have bent the knee, you want to track the knee behind the ankle, not in front, so also to protect the knee, very important. So engage the core, lift up. Alright, so now we're gonna exhale, lower the knee about 2 inches from the mat. So not touching the mat, but like 2 inches. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Keep the flow at your own pace. Now if you do slow down the movement, it will be more intense. If you do it faster, it will be easier. Where is the breath? Always use it to tell you how fast or how long you're holding or how deep you are in the pose and all that. 9 yards. On the next inhale, lean forward and place the arms like in an airplane that are parallel to the right leg. And inhale back into lunge. Move into chair, so right foot meets the left. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Place the left leg behind you and heel is up, so you're on the ball of the foot. And then lower on exhale into hovering like 2 inches from the mat. Always use the exhale when you're lowering. Inhale, rise. Full breath. When you had enough of that, lean forward as you move the arms into parallel to the left leg this time. Airplane. Keep that airplane mode. As you step off with the back foot to meet the front, still in airplane. So for this one, you can like space out a little bit your feet, maybe an inch from each other, or keep them together. But it will be easier if you space them out. It will be more difficult if they're like closer. So now let's lift the heels. Try to keep the spine straight, strong core, straight spine all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So don't forget the neck is a beautiful continuation of the spine. Lower the heels as you lift the toes. Alright, excellent. So let's keep the toes up, lift in the arms. Now you do the whole thing with incorporating the arms as well. Airplane on exhale and lifting the heels. Inhale, lifting the arms, lifting the toes. Heels down, of course. And then keep the flow in your own pace. Hi, doggy dog. I don't see you, but I hear you. That's an older one. Keep breathing. Remember, the background noises are just bringing you closer to the present moment. When you have enough of that, find yourself in forward fold and relax the legs. Just hanging like a ragdoll, or maybe even grab opposite elbows and moving left and right. See if you can reach the ground. If you can't reach the ground, maybe make a bigger distance between the feet, like wider, you know. And then place the palms up and then the fingertips towards you. and step on top of the hands. Begin slowly to straighten your legs. Pushing with the heels down, extending the entire length of the legs. Space out the shoulder blades from each other. Let go of that and walk the hands forward, walk the feet backwards. Both of the heels are aiming the ground. It's the destination, not the destination. It's the direction, not the destination. So don't feel bad. You don't reach the ground with your heels. It doesn't matter. It's the intention behind. It is what matters. Push the mat away with the hands, spreading fingertips always, and then press the chest towards the thigh. Inhale into plank. Body flat as a board. One more last side plank. Elevate right arm and you turn towards the right. Oh, a bunch of dogs here. And then let's move to the other plank, and then child's pose. After that, feel free to just drop yourself into child's pose sooner than later, especially if you're running out of breath. So child's pose, and walk your hands towards the left. Sitting on the ankles. Oh my goodness, 2 big dogs. Okay. I hope he doesn't start barking. And then oh my gosh. Walk the hands towards the right. No. Okay. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Alright. Oh my goodness. Walk towards the hands. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, float the arms down. Hey, I forgot your name. Quiet. Shh. I'm watching you. We are centering into the left foot. Imagine you're growing 3 branches from the left foot. Strong 3. Your entire leg is a tree trunk, and then your arms are becoming 3 branches, elevating the right foot, either above the knee or below the knee. And breathe. See, it listens. Don't want to jinx you. At some point, hug the knee towards the chest. If you can grab a hold of the big toe, it's fine. If you can't, you can just move the right knee towards the right. But if you can grab the hold of the big toe and then straighten the leg and move it towards the right, and then use the left arm to counter the balance, and breathe. Sending the breath all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Remind yourself your intention and repeat it 3 times in your head in present time, radiating from your heart center. At some point, begin moving the right leg towards you, and then kick it back, not fast, it's very slow. Kick it back as you move forward with the arms. Warrior 3. Breathe. And when you've had enough of that, step it off, and then begin making circles with the left ankle as you're already grounding the right foot. Anytime these balancing poses become like you lose balance or whatever, very slowly, gracefully get back yourself into the pose without using the momentum. Use mindfulness. Growing 3 branches. Maybe hug the knee towards the chest. And then maybe grab a hold of the big toe with your peace fingers. Move it forward and then move it to the side. Open the right arm for leverage on the other side. And breathe. Where's the breath? Is it restricted here? Because you think if you breathe, you're gonna fall over or lose balance. Hey, sometimes that thought comes through my head. When you're ready, gear back towards the middle with the left leg and kick it back into warrior 3. Arms forward. And when you feel like you had enough of that, you just like step it off and make some circles with the right ankle. Inhale, hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold. And walking to dog. Get on your knees. Alright. Let's do some cool inversion. We're balancing the hormonal system. So we're going to place the hands. Okay. So my hair, yeah, it's going to be alright. Yeah, so place the hands into interlacing fingers, and then place them into 90 degrees in front of you, and you're going to cup them to place your head there. And then you're going to begin walking the feet towards the head, and then we will attempt to elevate one leg at a time into handstand. So walking and elevating one at a time. Use the leverage of the entire forearms. Breathe. When you're ready, just place the feet down. Very slowly extend, moving the blood back down from the head. Breathe. Find yourself in a down facing dog. Elevate the left foot behind you and then move the knee towards the hands. Pigeon. Begin lowering. Very slowly begin lifting and grab the hold of the right foot and move it all the way across around the left thigh. So the knees are stacking, and see if you have to remove the meat from underneath your right sitting bone. Alright, so now we're going to release some of the pressure from the shoulders that we have from the handstand. Hands in 2 directions, and we're going to get the right one in front of the left one, and eagle arms, or just hug yourself. Moving the elbows down. Arms forward, and we tuck the chin towards the chest, relax the shoulders, and space out the shoulder blades from each other. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. And then let's move the fingertips far away from the crown of the head. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathe. Once again to the left, and then to the right. Now we're gonna do some ninja moves, so pay attention. We will elevate, right? Keep the feet. If it doesn't work out, don't worry about it. But if it does, it will be like, wow, that's cool. Okay, so lifting up, right? And then we're gonna rotate exactly 360. And end up with the right knee on the bottom, left knee on the top, stacking them. Boom. And remove the meat underneath your left sitting bone, because that's probably where it's lifting. Now the other way around, with eagle arms are left in front of the right, and either hug yourself or just move into eagle arms. Elbows down, hands forward, and tuck the chin towards the chest, relax the shoulders, and space out the shoulder blades. Inhale, we uninterlate, whatever the word is, where you're spacing out the hands away from it. And then palms are up towards the sky. Begin rotating, palms slightly back, and then forward. Notice the rate, one of the dogs just pooed. Notice the range of motion with the two hands comparing to each other. Sometimes one of our sides, left or right, has bigger range of motion. Sometimes the other one feels like a little restricted with the same range of motion that they both have. Just notice differences, no judgment. Alright, let's keep the right knee forward where it's at, and we're just gonna move the left foot behind us for eagle up, not eagle, pigeon. It's birds. So right knee is forward, left leg back, and then begin lowering. Just swallowed a bug. I think it was some kind of a fly or something. Just like went in my mouth and I swallowed it. So extra protein. Oh my god. And whenever you have enough of that, get ready to lift up and get your knees into the chest and move into roly-poly. Backwards and forward, massaging the spine. And I hug the knees towards the chest. I'm going to grab the phone and show you some clouds while we're finding pose Shavasana with some meditation, but hug the knees towards the chest first and drop them towards the left. And then right arm up towards the sky, and then move towards the right and behind you, and look towards behind the right fingertips. And at some point, hug the knees towards the chest again. And then drop them towards the right. Oopsie, my water bottle here. And then left arm goes towards the left. And then look behind the left fingertips. Breathe. Hug the knees towards the chest. Move left knee to massage the spine. Right. Okay, so I will show you some clouds and relax legs, relax the core, chest, the arms and hands and fingers. Relax the throat, the face, the scalp. Breathe in white light. Relax. Exhale. Breathe in white light through your from your nose all the way to the left toes, through the left leg. And exhale and relax the left leg. Breathe in white light through the nose all the way to the right toes, through the right leg. Exhale, relax the right leg. Breathe in into both of the legs. Relax them, exhale. Same thing with the arms. Breathe in through the nose, through the left arm, all the way to the left finger. Exhale, relax the entire left arm. Same thing with the right arm. Breathe in through the nose, all the way to the fingers. Relax the right arm. Oof, extra sensory thing in Florida are all the bugs. All the bugs that help you with, like, when you're concentrating on area of coverage of how the air feels on the skin, how the clothing feels on the skin, how the mat feels on the skin, how the bugs feel on the skin. Oh my god. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but we will incorporate our intention from the beginning of the class. So breathe in into through the nose, right? And all the way to the left leg, to the left toes. And breathe in your intention there. Exhale, relax. Same thing, right leg, right toes. Inhale, breathe in your intention. Exhale and relax. Left hand. Right hand. Space between the eyebrows. And then heart center. Seal your intention within you. And remember how that has expanded so much. And your intention is dispersing in the universe. And when you're ready, move your toes and fingers. Maybe hands overhead. Stretch really good from the heels to the hands. Maybe moving to banana shape. What's banana shape? Well, feet to the left and then hands above the head to the left. And you kind of look like a banana, stretching the entire right side. Then move to the other side, banana. Feet to the right, hands to the right, stretching the entire left side. And then back to the middle. Maybe hug the knees towards the chest and move into fetal position. On your left side, probably. I'm on my left side. Give the chance to the body to respond versus react. Give yourself time and grace to work through your growth and patience. So now, usually when we're in this position, the best thing to do is to protect the spine is to use the top. So I'm on my left, I'm laying on my left. So I'm going to use my right arm, top one, to lift myself up with inhale, strong straight spine, lifting all the way up. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you have a beautiful day, evening, whatever it is that where you're at. Namaste. Love you. And stop in